Okay, so it's now officially NCLEX day. It's July 29th. It is about like 8:40 in the morning. I took my dog out on a walk. Oh, actually, no, it's not 8:40. It's like 7:40 in the morning. I just naturally woke up at around 7. I had my alarm set for 7:30 because if I sleep in too much, I feel sluggish for the whole morning, and I didn't want to have that feeling. Yeah, my exam is literally like I'll be sitting down for my exam in 6 hours, which is crazy to me. I'm pretty calm still. I truly feel like I got this because I took my ATI assessment 2 months ago, the comprehensive predictor, and that told me that I had a 99% chance of passing on the first try. And then last week I took my U-World assessment and it said I had a very high chance of passing once again. So I did finish like the U-World Q Bank. I redid some of the incorrect questions. I am definitely ready to take all 265 questions if need be. I just want to pass today. 5 tips of what you should do before the exam, and it said don't review, you want to have a fresh mind. It's already in your mind, you don't need to review it again, just keep your mind nice and fresh because it's going to be working really hard when you start taking your exam. So that's the mindset I have right now. I change my mind like every minute, so we'll see if I change my mind again, but I probably won't go over anything. Yeah, I have my bag packed of what I'm gonna take. I'll go ahead and show that later, but we'll see how the day goes. Wish me luck. It is 11:30 in the morning. I am ready. I am planning to leave at 12:30 so that I could have time to go get Jamba Juice because I want a smoothie. My stomach feels really weird and it's rumbling, and I think it's just the nerves because it's freaking NCLEX day. So, I wanted to show really fast like what I packed for the actual exam. This is what I'm taking to the actual exam center itself. I'm drinking my matcha water right now, so I'm not taking that. My sunglasses are just for the drive. But I'm taking a banana peanut butter sandwich, a granola bar because I thrive on snacks. I'm also taking Tylenol extra strength because I'll randomly and very rarely get a headache, and I don't want to be caught getting a headache in the middle of the exam and not have anything to help me for that. Chapstick for sure, lavender oil, my passport, my driver's license, and a student ID. They all have my name spelled the exact same way, and they're all spelled the same as my actual test. Okay, so it's now 5:36 p.m. So my exam was set at 2 p.m. I got to the testing center at 1:15. 1:15 was when I got out of my car and I walked up to the building. Very easy to find just because I had looked at the instructions that Pearson VUE had given me. Then I waited maybe 15 minutes and they registered, or like they signed me up or checked me in. There you go. They checked me in. I went to the bathroom. I put my stuff in my locker. I took everything that I had in my bag. They didn't check my bag. They just asked me if I had a phone on me or not, and I didn't. I left it in the car, so they said, okay, then you're fine. They actually appreciated that I didn't have my phone on me because they said that meant that I paid attention to the rules, and I was like, well, yeah, like we can't have it. Because if you do take a phone, you have to check it in and you check it out, and then like at every break you like make sure you're not using it, kind of thing. So I went in, I did the sample questions. The sample questions are literally them. They tell you what the answer is. You just have to, they're just making sure that you know how to click the answer for the type of question it is. I got to question 40 and I really had to pee like by question 30, and I thought, okay, well, I'm ready to take 265 questions, I should just go pee. But then the next question, I like got caught up reading it and then trying to answer it, so I ended up going to go pee finally at question 40. Of course, you have to raise your hand any single time you're trying to get out of your seat or if you want to get another whiteboard, etc. And the noise canceling headphones were super awesome. They were very noise canceling. The only problem with them were that they were a little like they fit snug to your ears, so I felt a little like maybe a little claustrophobic, and they were also giving me a headache. So at like the 30 question mark, I took them off and like I stopped using them. So at question 40, I go to the bathroom. I got something to drink from my locker because I was really thirsty, and I got some more chapstick. And then I went back in, and it took me like a total of 4 minutes, if that, for my little break. So then I keep going. And let me just say, I thought the questions I was getting were kind of easy. Like, I'm not saying I knew every single answer at all. There's a lot of questions that I had to guess in an educated way, but the content was pretty simple, and I was expecting something very difficult. I finished the UWorld Q Bank over a week ago, like 8-9 days ago, and ever since then I've just been doing the incorrect questions, which are like very difficult questions for me. And so I guess I was waiting or expecting something at that level of difficulty, honestly, and it wasn't getting there. And I am, because I still don't know if I passed or not, and was very, very scared that this was a bad sign. But throughout the whole exam, I still felt oddly calm until like after question 55, it started hitting me like, oh shit, like I don't know how I'm doing. So like I really have like zero clue. There was quite a few questions again where I was like, oh, obviously it's this. And then some of the select all the applies, I felt like I was getting them right, but I wasn't getting a lot of select all the applies. Okay, so let me just say, my exam stopped at 75 questions, and at the 75 question, I submitted, and it didn't tell me that my exam was over. It just went straight to this screen that said, okay, now it's time for some research questions. And that freaked me out. I said, why didn't I get an official, like, oh, your exam is over, now let's go on to like the research question portion? Because people say that your screen turns blue. My screen did not turn blue. It stayed white with blue borders. There was no blue screen. And so that honestly scared me a lot. I was like, where's the this is the end button at? So I got to the research part, and I didn't even read it really. Like, I just saw research, and I was like, and there wasn't an actual NCLEX question anymore, so I assumed. I was like, okay, I guess I'm done. The research question, it was like 10 case study style questions. I've heard people say like there's 30 or something. I only got like 10. It's like a case study, and then you have to answer questions, and they are in different like click and drag and multiple choice option style. So I kind of tried on those just because I thought, what if I did bad, and if I answer these questions properly, they'll like pass me or something. That's just my superstition. I know it has nothing to do with your actual results, but I just figured I should try it, because what if like it does influence my grade, even though it doesn't like at all. But anyway, so I answered those questions. I even asked the lady to come like at around question 7. I was like, do I have to do these? And she's like, no, I don't think so. But she didn't really know either, and I didn't want to click end exam because because it was still counting my questions up top. It was like question 83, and I'm like, whoa, it doesn't look like an NCLEX question, but it's numbering them as if it were part of my exam. So she's like, you can stop it if you want. She's like, but like totally up to you. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna risk it. So I kept going, and there was like 3 more, and then it stopped, and then it had me answer like a 16 question survey about the testing center and how easy it was for me to register for the NCLEX, and I answered all the questions, and then it said it was done. And then I ended my exam, and like it told me to end my exam and that everything was done. So then the proctor came in to get me, and I was still like, what the frack just happened? I really don't know. And I walked down, and I was like, to my car, and I was like, I don't know what just happened. Like, the questions seemed moderate the entire time. They were kind of easy, yet kind of hard, but I didn't feel like I got any really, really difficult questions. I didn't get a lot of select all the apply. I only got about 10 select all the apply questions, maybe a tiny bit more, maybe like 10 to 15 select all the apply. Most of them were multiple choice. No, literally all the others were multiple choice, because I didn't get drag and drop. I didn't get any audio, I didn't get any exhibit questions. The only exhibit I ever saw was during the case study research questions and during the tutorial of how to answer questions. About 15 minutes after, like as I was driving home, I thought, your girl needs like chili cheese fries because I'm freaking out. So I went to, there's a Sonic by my house. I went to Sonic, and during that time I got an email, the Pearson VUE email, saying like, oh, your exam, like you finished it, if you have any questions, blah blah blah, and that you could sometimes get your quick results within 48 hours. So I know that if you want to try the Pearson VUE trick, you should wait to get that email to make sure like your exam has gone through. So I figured, okay, like I'm gonna do the Pearson VUE trick now because I got the email. The drive-through line at Sonic was taking a long time, so I pulled up my credit card, I pulled up my Pearson VUE account, I did everything, I put the correct credit card number, I changed the expiration date and the security code on the back because I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to charge me just in case. And I put down like if I was taking it for the first time. And so I answered no, I hadn't taken the NCLEX yet, or like etc. And it gave me the good pop-up. I do live in California, and I believe people usually get like their, from what I've seen or what I've heard, is that people usually get like the email that they passed within the next 24 hours because we don't have access to quick results. And then I don't know if that's the reason, but we can't do quick results in California. And so I'm on the DCA.gov where you like look up licensure names. So I have it under my name, and I'm just like refreshing every few hours. Well, I got home at 4. I got home about 2 hours ago. So I just have like my laptop next to me, and I'm gonna be checking in a few hours, and I hope it pops up like soon. Just nervous. I'm a little better, but just really don't know. I hope I get my results soon. I'm just gonna watch movies and like eat cake. I still have leftover cake because it was my birthday last week. So one of my classmates, she knows that I was going to take my exam today. 2 of my classmates know, and one of them, she had classmates, well, people in our cohort who are friends with her. 2 of them had taken their exam already and passed, and a third one had taken her exam and was waiting for her results last time I checked. I believe she messaged me that Thursday or Friday. And so I just texted her right now because I'm so impatient, and I asked her like how long did it take them to get their official results, because I really just want to have like a time frame in mind. I leave town tomorrow night. I'm going to be in Mexico. I will not have cell service. I need to know before I leave town. So hopefully she responds, and hopefully I find out by tomorrow, because I just really want to